Right now, we're joined by a very, very special guest here at halftime, and although we're taping his pregame, of course, Commissioner Adam Silver. Commissioner, thank you for joining us, and say hello to all the fans in the Philippines.
Hey, hello to all the fans in the Philippines, and I thank you and your crew for being here,
Awesome.
traveling all the way to Oakland for this game.
Oh my goodness, thank you for the opportunity. Okay, Commissioner, let's talk about Asia and the Philippines first and foremost. Of course, everybody's dreaming for the next big Asian star in the NBA. It's tricky because the game is so global. Europeans are coming from all over the place. What would it take now for the next Asian star to break through in the NBA, you think?
Well, to your point, there's enormous competition. There's 450 jobs, and there's people playing all around the world, but there's nothing magical about it. It's when I travel throughout Asia, that it comes through a development program, because we see an enormous amount of basketball. I mean, the Philippines, for example, off the charts. So thank you again to the fans for the amount of interest there. And lots of young people, boys and girls, playing basketball. But in order to play at this level, you need more formal development programs, and that's why we've gone in the Academy of Business, throughout Asia, because we know we need to take the best talent, at a young age, maybe 13, 14 years old, and really help them develop them into top-tier talent. So I think it's something that just comes through organized programs, but we know we can do it over time.
All right, some of the issues involving this past season, load management, resting players has been a big topic. Some may argue that it worked for Toronto with Kawhi. Your thoughts on that and how it's developing throughout this season?
I think it's a bit overstated in terms of its impact on the league. I mean, take Kawhi Leonard, for example. The prior season, remember, he only played 9 games because of an injury.
Of course.
So we viewed this season, and I know his team did, as injury recovery, a special protocol, as opposed to so-called load management or resting. And if you look at the Golden State Warriors, for example, I think Steph Curry was out 1 game resting. I think Kevin Durant, before he was injured, was out 1 game for resting. So we have different ways of calling resting load management than maybe in the old days. But the fact is, most of the great players want to play. I mean, and they don't want to rest because they think they'll get out of rhythm somehow. I mean, having said all that, we always need to be looking at the number of games we play. People have pointed out to me, if you watch some of the classic games, that it was a different style of basketball. It wasn't as physical. Some of the defense wasn't as intense. So I think we all agree that come the playoffs and the finals, we want our best players to be out on the floor. We don't want them to be suffering from overuse injuries. So I think our length of our season is about right, but it's something we'll continue to look at.
All right. Now, another thing that you made a tweak coming into this season, and the NBA draft lottery finished, the draft's coming up. Of course, tanking has been a big word in the whole league as well. What are your thoughts about that with this tweak that had come in? Are you satisfied with the results, and how do you see this moving forward?
My job is never to be completely satisfied with anything. I thought we made progress. And I think most importantly in this change in the draft lottery, the math is the math, obviously, and the chances of a team winning. So you can't look at any specific outcome and because it's just math in terms of what you're likely is getting the first, second, and third pick. I think most importantly, though, because some of the teams with the worst records didn't get the highest picks, I think fans will better understand that that's not a winning strategy. And that there's something that's genuinely called rebuilding in this league, but a race to the bottom is not a way to build a championship team. And I think what was happening a little bit in the league, there was increasing pressure on our teams in their communities from fans who were saying you shouldn't be winning games because you have a better chance to get a top player. And I think so. What people will see through these changes in the lottery is that you got to compete.
Absolutely. Well, another thing that we wanted to ask your comments about, your opinion, is growing the popularity of the NBA in the Philippines. It's already massive as it is. I mean, what more areas do you think you can grow it? We were so fortunate to have NBA Philippines. We had a preseason game some years ago as well. But what more can be in store for the NBA in the Philippines?
Well, right now, in addition to our office in the Philippines and the preseason game, so many of our top players travel to the Philippines because they know what a great market is. I think the next sort of change will come through enhanced technology. I think that when your productions are able to do a better job through augmented reality, virtual reality, bringing those fans exactly to the spot we're in right now. I mean, as great as your production is, it's still another dimension, where you're removed from the action here. And I've seen, especially here in Silicon Valley, some of the research and development that's being done on the next generation of television. And I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to feel like you're sitting in the arena.
Okay.
And I think that's going to make a big difference, because we know that for virtually all of our fans, they will never be as fortunate as you and me to step foot in an NBA arena. So how can we bring it to them?
I had a chance to speak to Mark Tatum about technology last year. He visited the Philippines, and he did talk a bit about that, the realism, maybe augmented reality, maybe holograms. Can you add a bit more how far this tech is coming, and how soon can we see these innovations?
Well, I think it can go as far as our imagination. I'm not a technologist myself, but having been with the league now for 27 years, I could never have guessed that the quality of high-definition video on smartphones would be where we are today.
Absolutely, yes.
And I've seen these examples now, virtual reality. And you and I wear glasses, so it's kind of clunky when you wear these headsets. But I have to assume that just like the early cell phones were this big, then this big, then this big, and the screens got so much better, that they will figure out a way to bring that technology to people probably that don't require glasses at all. And you'll sit at home and you'll have this incredible experience, which will feel a lot like sitting in the seat in the arena. And so to me, how soon it will come, I don't exactly know. I am aware, though, especially being here in Silicon Valley, that all these great technology companies, Google and Facebook and Twitter, they're all incredibly focused on it because they know that's the ultimate goal, to be able to bring programming closer to the fans.
Well, with 5G just around the corner, who knows? I'm getting goosebumps, getting so excited. Thank you so much, Commissioner Adam Silver. Enjoy the series.
Thank you.